Since you're at WorshipGuitarWorkshop.com, I'm assuming that you want to probably play worship music, or maybe you're just here because, hey, there's free guitar videos, and that's cool too. 90% of the music and the content here is applicable to other kind of styles of music, other genres, so that's great. But if you want to play worship music, you're going to want to play chords. And a lot of times you pick up a beginning guitar book and it just teaches you to play these little melody notes and you play those and you learn a few songs and then you get discouraged because it's like, what's the point of this? I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb or Jingle Bells, but that's not really exciting. And so what I want to teach you today is chords. And a chord is basically a group of notes put together, and it gives kind of the accompaniment or the harmony of the music. And let's start with the D chord. And on the chord chart that you're going to see is it shows you where to play the it shows you where the strings are. Those are the vertical lines on the chart, and then it has the frets, which are the horizontal lines. It also has a fret number, which tells you what fret you're playing near or on, and it also has X's and O's. The X's mean don't play this string. The O means play this string but play it open. So you're not actually putting your finger on the fret anywhere, you're just simply playing it as is. Alright, so with this D shape, with this D chord diagram, it also shows us where we put our fingers. And that's these dots here. And so we take our first finger and we put it on the second fret of the third string. I told you there's a lot of numbers to remember. So first finger, second fret, third string. Now here's the deal. When we say play at the second fret, it doesn't mean to put your finger on the fret. You're actually playing between first fret and second fret. And here's the dealio. You don't want to be right on the fret, but you don't want to be too far back because that creates buzz. So you want to be somewhere close to the fret, close to second fret, but not right on it. If you're playing electric guitar, you especially run the risk, if you push too hard, you can actually take the guitar out of tune. Acoustic guitars aren't as sensitive as that, but the electric guitars require a little bit more finesse. But they are actually easier to play because of that too. So, but so you push down, all right, to get the note to ring out. So give that a try. All right. The second note that we're going to put down is up here on the second fret. So second finger, second fret, and you've got your finger on the first string. All right. So that one rings out. And then our last finger that we put down is our third finger, and that goes right between these two on the second string, but we're now at the third fret. Now here's the deal. You see how I have my thumb up in the air, or up above here? As a beginner, you're probably not going to want to do that. What you're going to want to do is drop your thumb down to the middle of the neck, and if you can see that, it's on the middle there. And what that does by dropping that thumb down, it opens up your hand and lets you get your fingers curled around more. And so you're able to play that. So as you do this, just play each note individually to make sure it's ringing out. Here's where the problem area is going to be for you, most likely. It's going to be the first string ringing out, because what happens is our third finger gets in the way and mutes that thing out. So if you're hearing that, most likely that third finger is the culprit. So what you need to do is drop that thumb, and it allows you to open up your hand, get a little more curl in your finger, and get your fingers in there so everything rings out. Cool. All right, let's look at two more chords, and those two chords are an A and an E. Now the A, a lot of people will play it different ways. Since all those notes are in a line, you can play it, a lot of people think, hey, I'll just play it with these three fingers stacked like that. And some people, if they've figured out how to push down more than one string at a time with their finger, which is called a bar, you can actually play that A with a bar. But let me recommend that you play it this way, and there's a reason why. There's a couple reasons why. Play it like this, with the second finger on top, the third finger on the second string, and then the first finger tucked in there. Okay, so let me show that to you. Break it down. We've got the second finger on the fourth string, second fret. Third finger, second fret, second string. First finger sneaks in behind there on the third string, second fret. And so what happens is, if you play like this, it's a little harder, especially if you got bigger fingers, to get all your frets in that fret area, all your fingers in that fret area. But if you're doing this, you're able to kind of stack and compress your fingers a little bit more and get those babies in there. All right? Now here's the other bonus when you play it like this, is you have what I call anchor fingers. And if you're at the D here and you want to play and move to the A, you've got an anchor right here that's going to hold you in place. And because what happens is, inevitably, as you're a beginning player, you take your fingers off and it's like you're lost in space, and then you got to find your way back down. But if you have a point of reference, this anchor right here, you're able to move. So we go from the D and we simply keep that first finger in place and put our other fingers down. And you can even keep your third finger down if you want to. You lift up your second finger, slide your third finger back, and bring your second finger down. Now at first, the coordination to do that is going to be tough. And so it's something you want to do over and over and over, because it's just muscle memory, it's just doing it in order to be able to switch that fast enough. Alright, so that's why I recommend this A shape. Now we're going to the E, and here again we've got our anchor finger. And so to move to the E, we keep our finger on the string, but we move it down a fret on the third string there, and then we simply jump our two fingers up to play that. And some people will play it like this, and the guitar police are not going to come out and arrest you. They may issue you a warning, but it's okay to play it like that if you want. And so we've got the A, the E, and the D, and those create a progression called the 1, the 4, and the 5. And right away you can probably hear like old rock songs. So shake it up, baby, now, twist and shout. And if you rearrange them a different way, start with E. That's what I like about you. You really know how to dance. If I could sing in tune, that would help. But anyway, these three chords are the building block to so many songs. And so it's cool to get them down, and it's cool that they kind of have this connection there. And here's the deal. Here's what I call TV practicing. You take these chords and you sit down and you watch whatever your TV show is. Maybe you're watching all 6 seasons of Lost again. You've got them here and put them in. Well, you can practice the guitar. And you simply just, get your chord in place there and just practice moving your fingers without making a sound. And there might be a little squeaking that could annoy your wife or your husband or whoever's sitting there, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty silent. And a lot of this isn't something you need to think a lot for. It's just something you need to get your fingers to work on so you can make these changes. All right, so that's lesson number 1 in our beginning guitar workshop for worship. So hope this works out. Drop me an email if you have any questions, and we'll have some more posts up soon. Thanks.